Steve. They've been getting the good pitching all year long, and recently now the offense has picked up. That was a big reason the Pirates won 4 of the 6 games on the road trip.
What a breath of fresh air with the Pirates getting some offense. That makes everybody relax a little bit. This pitching staff has been absolutely terrific, but look at the support they got, not only on the trip, but since the first of the month, which is basically the road trip. Tremendous numbers, really tremendous for a specified period of time, yes, but you know, it's got to start somewhere, and that just really helps the pitching staff, just helps them relax, and if they can keep doing what they're doing, this team could do a lot of damage, because the bats and the pitching, that's a great combination.
Pirate offense this month with the National League ranks brought to you by PNC Bank. PNC Achievement for the Achiever in you. This guy has been so good when he is on, Steve. Last year we saw him as a rookie. Earlier this year, then he got demoted down to the minor leagues, and he's back on, hitting again, feeling confident at the top of that batting order. Alex Presley.
Yep. When he was good, he was very, very good, and when he was back, he went back to Indy. But he's back now and doing a great job.
Alex Presley, since his recall, doing great work. The Pirates getting ready to host the Royals, a brief 3-game homestand. Mr. Interleague, Eric Bedard on the hill for the Buccos, looking for a W. The Pirates and the Kansas City Royals from PNC Park are next. Around the net. Very successful trip around the National League Central, taking 2 of 3 from the always tough Brewers, followed by a series win against the division-leading Reds. It has tightened the race atop the division. But now the Bucs take a respite from the pennant chase as they welcome the Royals to PNC Park for some interleague action here on Root Sports. Expecting a great walk-up sale tonight and a big crowd for Game 1 of this brief 3-game homestand interleague series against the Kansas City Royals. The Pirates coming off that outstanding road trip and find themselves just 2 back of the Reds in the National League Central Division. Eric Bedard, longtime American leaguer, will face the Royals tonight, making his 12th Pirate start. And they're still filing in here to PNC Park on a beautiful evening in Pittsburgh.
It's almost like a remake of this point last season when the energy level at this ballpark was phenomenal. We are building to that kind of a situation now, and it'll be fun this weekend. There'll be a big buzz around this ballpark.
Check out the lineup for the Royals under Ned Yost. They're 24-31 on the year, but much better on the road. Alex Gordon leads off, then it's Yuniesky Betancourt. Billy Butler will play first base. Mike Moustakas is the third baseman. Jeff Brancourt, the veteran, will move from right to center. Eric Hosmer will play right field. Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. Alberto Quintero, longtime Houston Astro, will be followed by Luke Hochevar.
And Eric Bedard making his 12th start of the year. His numbers brought to you by the Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers. 3-6, good ERA, good career work against the Kansas City Royals. This will be career start number 7, 3-2 with an ERA of an even 3. But better numbers overall in interleague play while he was with the Orioles. An ERA under 2 and an 8-3 mark against National League opponents. So he's coming off a very, very shaky start last time out against the Milwaukee Brewers, where he went 3 2/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs. But overall, Eric Bedard's been doing a pretty good job.
Ned Yost, former third base coach in Atlanta, and then became a big league manager with the Brewers, and now with the Kansas City Royals. And he also has been credited with doing a good job bringing this young team along in his 3rd year as skipper of the Royals. And underway, and it's a strike on Alex Gordon.
By the way, left-hand hitters, and Gordon obviously is one. Left-handers hitting 179 against Eric Bedard. Very, very good work by Eric.
Quickly out in front of the 28-year-old Lincoln, Nebraska native Alex Gordon, who won a Gold Glove last year. Currently hitting .242 with 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. Hit 23 home runs last season. The Royals signed him to a 4-year extension in spring training. They're trying to tie up a lot of these young players. That is lined just foul.
Well, what an exciting game last night in Cincinnati, Greg. It was riveting. I mean, it was one of those kind of games where you just didn't want to miss anything because of the way it went, the intensity, the drama. You know, you're trying to manufacture some offense against Chapman. I mean, it's almost impossible to do. But, you know, the great thing about baseball, don't think you're going to predict what's going to happen. And, you know, eventually he was going to give up a run this year. And the Buccos did it and came away with a win. What an exciting ball game all the way through.
0-2 pitch. And the other way. And Presley. Long run, and nobody will get to it. Alvarez, Barmes, and Presley giving chase. It stays 0-2 on Alex Gordon.
And you know, Eric Bedard, very quietly, without a lot of drama or lights flashing and bells ringing, gets his share of strikeouts. He's got a strikeout per inning this year, 56 innings, 56 strikeouts, something like that. Career-wise, he's almost averaging a strikeout per inning. So he gets it done, and maybe not with as much noise as some other pitchers, but he gets his Ks.
He has the best interleague numbers of any pitcher in the majors. You saw them a moment ago on your screen. 0-2 pitch again to Gordon. And a strikeout of the leadoff man.
Well, there's no question he's going to get him. He tried the right field line, then he tried the left field line. So Eric said, well, enough of that. Strikes him out.
Bedard with his 57th strikeout. 54 innings of work. Veteran lefty faces Yuniesky Betancourt. Betancourt hitting .277, couple of homers, 7 runs batted in. And it's ball 1 to Betancourt, who was with the Brewers last year. It's his second stint back with Kansas City. And the strike gets 1-1. to Betancourt with Billy Butler to follow.
How about the drama last night when Votto led off with a double, and then Chris Resop was able to get out of that inning and get the last strikeout. It just so much fun to watch.
Clint Hurdle said it may be the best win since he's been on board, and that the Resop looked like the Resop from last year was the best he looked this season. Chris Resop.
Had to be a fun ride home on that plane.
Well, everybody contributed too. That's the great thing about it. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And back-to-back Ks to start things off for Eric Bedard.
K for Kansas City. High fastball. Hard to make a living going upstairs that high. That's Major League pitching.
Bedard making his 12th Pirate start, a 3.72 ERA. 56 1/3 innings to be exact as a Bucko. And you love to see him be efficient because, as we point out, just about every time he's on the mound, he has publicly stated 100 pitches is about it for him with the 3 surgeries that he's had. 0-1 on Billy Butler. Normally the DH, but these American League clubs feel like they're at a pretty significant disadvantage. They have to find a place for a guy like Billy Butler, and their pitcher has to hit, and it's 0-2 on Billy Butler.
Yeah, no problem for DJ Rayburn, the home plate umpire, to call that one. That fastball right down Grant Street, right down the middle. Kind of a nice way to start the Friday evening. Strike out the side.
Just 3 2/3 innings in Milwaukee, his last time out. Let's get to Steve's Rivers Casino tips to win for tonight.
Respect the Royals. Greg mentioned it in the open. They are 16-11 on the road. Don't take this team lightly. Save the pen. We got deep into the bullpen last night, and yeah, just keep the home runs coming. You know, it's a good thing. Home runs are good.
1-2 pitch to Billy Butler. Now 2-2. The Royals have drawn the fewest walks in the American League. They've also struck out the fewest times in the American League. But Eric Bedard has fanned the first 2 that he's faced. And Alex Gordon and Yuniesky Betancourt. Mike Moustakas on deck.
I think with fewer strikeouts, you get more walks. When you think the opposite way around. Yeah, come on, backdoor curveball. Rooting for him. You know, it's funny, if you strike out the side, how many times it works out that the other team doesn't score. You know, I guess it did curve around the strike zone, but that's a very effective pitch. That backdoor breaking ball starts outside, just breaks enough inside, pick up that outside corner. It's a great pitch. Gets a lot of takes.
3-2, and that one not as close. So a 2-out walk to Butler. .26 walks for Bedard on the season. The Pirates defense: Andrew McCutchen in center field, Jose Tabata in right, Alex Presley in left. It's Pedro Alvarez and Clint Barmas on the left side of the infield. Neil Walker, Garrett Jones on the right side. And Rod Barajas catches Bedard. Garrett Jones has done a nice job in the cleanup spot lately. Drove in a couple of big runs last night. Fastball up and in on Mike Moustakas. They've had some success with their first-round picks, these Royals, over the last several years. Moustakas 5 years ago was chosen 2nd overall in the draft. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
But 2006, the starting pitcher tonight was the #1 player taken. Chaver.
That means 6 of the 9 players on the field tonight for the Royals were first rounders. It's pretty impressive. 1-1 strike count. And a pop-up on the infield. It's Neil Walker to make the catch. Royals are retired after a half. The Pirates come to bat against Luke Hochevar. First inning. Lineups brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, the Pirates are 29-27, have won 9 of their last 12 games. Alex Presley, then Neil Walker, 6 games this month, hitting .370. Clint Hurdle loves what he's done in that 2 spot of the order. Andrew McCutchen hits 3rd, then the cleanup man Garrett Jones. Pedro Alvarez bats 5th. Jose Tabata, Rod Barajas, Clint Barmas, Eric Bedard. The Pirates starting 9.
They'll be cranking it up against Luke Hochevar, as you said, a first round, not just a first round choice, but the first player taken in 2006. Last year 11-11 on the year. This year 3-6 with a 6.63 ERA. Ouch. Out of Denver, Colorado, 6'5", 213.
Hochevar 11-11 in 31 starts last year.
Probably wondering why he's not getting those calls on that kind of cut fastball. Got a 2-seamer, 4-seamer. They have expected more from him, to be quite honest. 11 wins last year for a club that struggled. 33.49 ERA, over 5, almost 5.5. He has shown signs after that foul ball. He's shown signs of being very good. He has those occasional terrific starts. Almost kind of a teaser situation. You're taking #1 in the country. A lot is expected of you.
2006, chosen as the top pick. Strikes out Presley looking.
There's that backdoor breaking ball. Starts outside and just come in and nicks that outside corner. A lot of guys will think that's a fastball. It's going to stay out there. They'll go out there, flinch a little bit, and then it's too late. They take it for a call 3rd strike. I wish they did studies on that. How many call 3rd strikes you get on that outside backdoor breaking ball? Because those strikeouts are takes for a high percentage of the time.
I'm sure they've got those numbers somewhere. We'll have to find them. Strike 1 on Neil Walker. Batting left-handed against Hochevar. Hochevar really reflects his Royals team. The splits favor the road for the Royals and Hochevar. He is 0-4 at home with a 10.23 ERA, 4.37 earned run average on the road. Into right center field. Hosmer over to cut it off. And the Pirates have a one-out base runner in Neil Walker. So they move the first baseman to right field. Eric Hosmer. Francoeur, the right fielder, moves to center. And the left fielder, Alex Gordon, Mike Moustakas, Alcides Escobar on the left side, Betancourt, Butler on the right, and Quintero behind the mound. Hosmer's been taking some fly balls during batting practice, anticipating this move.
It is the short field to play, but you can get some weird bounces off all those surfaces out in back of you. That can happen to anybody. You can be a Gold Glove right fielder and get some crazy hops.
Third base. Moustakas on to Butler. 2 outs. McCutchen bounces out to third. 6-game hitting streak for McCutchen, and his average at the start of the day at .332, 4th highest in the league. Now Garrett Jones riding a nice modest 6-game hitting streak of his own. Sacrifice fly in the 4th inning last night in Cincinnati, and a big 2-out single in the 6th inning off Mike Leake.
He's kind of reaching out and
yep,
just tapping it out into left field.
Shift is on. Shortstop Escobar plays behind second. The 0-1.
Hochevar has done a good job keeping the ball in the ballpark. This is start number 12. He's just given up 4 home runs in his first 11. Well, there is a prototype of the perfect looking body for a starting pitcher. 6'3", 215, tall, lanky, got the perfect look. That's out of Central Casting right there.
Fly ball toward right center field. Garrett Jones is going to give the Bucs the lead. A double off the wall in right center. It's 1-0 in the first for G.I. Jones.
That's a long double. Thought for a minute it might just maybe bounce just in front of the warning track. Then for a moment thought it might get out of the yard. Against the wall, he goes out and gets it, turns it back around, gives it a big ride. Off the Xfinity sign. Didn't miss much by giving the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
Eighth double for Jones, drives in his 20th run, and a 1-0 lead. Now a couple of University of Vandy product. Alvarez, University of Tennessee product, Luke Hochevar. Count of 1 ball and no strikes on Pedro Alvarez, who when he returned to the lineup, Clint Hurdle decided to put him in the 5 spot, not in that cleanup role. Back in there last night, and Alvarez 1 for 4. Well, Steve, who knows what this offense would do? How many times we said it if this guy took off? And they're doing this without, I mean, basically a little over a week, right? When Alvarez was hot.
Yep.
Week and a half.
And yeah, it's a whole different dynamic for this baseball team when he hits the ball, because he hits it hard, he hits it long. He's got to do it more often. Simple as that.
Count of 2-1. Walker scores on the double by Jones. A 2-1 count on Alvarez. Three and 1. How about control for Hochevar?
Not great. 11, well, not awful so far this year. 11 starts, 21 walks.
2 of those intentional.
Yeah, probably better than average.
3-1 count on Alvarez. Takes
talking to Bruce Keeson, who scouts both the Pirates and the Royals. He said this young man has better than average stuff, and that he is underachieving. That's not Bruce's quote, but you get the idea from talking to a lot of people that he's got good stuff, and it's been a while since he signed, so he's had time to get it together.
Whether that was intentional, giving Alvarez nothing. You saw that graphic that nothing was close. Here's Bruce Keeson, former Pirate and longtime scout for the Orioles.
Bruce is a big advocate of not a lot of major league hitters are handling the breaking ball these days. Maybe it's cyclical, but he said, you know, hardly anybody really has a lot of consistent success hitting breaking balls. And he said that's why Bedard succeeds. He likes Eric Bedard's curveball, likes it a lot. And of course, Bruce scouts for Baltimore, and Bedard obviously over from Baltimore, so he has seen him, he's been around him. He likes Bedard's curveball a lot. And he said there's a lack of good breaking ball hitters around the big leagues.
Might we add that Bruce Keeson is one of the most well-respected scouts in baseball.
Indeed.
It comes from others, not from us. Which is in the dirt and now 2-1 on Tabata.
Well, Bruce has a great grasp of the game. He's got some old school fundamentals, which are kind of a foundation. But he is working on reports and doing stuff for the Orioles 4 o'clock in the morning. He's on that computer, and he's just tireless. I mean, there's a dedication to what he's doing, pretty much the same way as when he was pitching.
And stabbed by Hochevar, so he'll get out of it after he faces 6 batters. And the Pirates strike first, 1-0.
It's Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Pirates lead 1-0, and on to the second inning we go. Jeff Francoeur leads off against Eric Bedard.
We kind of first met Francoeur with the Braves, didn't we?
Yes,
Atlanta
indeed.
Braves.
Yeah.
How about this? Get on the board first. 16-8. That works.
To another count. Broken bat. Barnes on the first, 1 away.
You were reminding me during the break about Bruce Keeson being a pitching coach for the Kansas City Royals back in the day. In fact, we ran into him a couple of times when we were in Chicago because the Royals would come in to play the White Sox and we would play the Cubs, and we'd put a full shift in, just going over comparative scouting notes and game information.
The work that you have to put in sometimes after games. It happens. Sometimes late nights. Eric Hosmer batting 220. Another former first rounder, the 22-year-old Eric Hosmer, third overall pick in 2008. South Miami, Florida native. And a 2-ball, no strike count on Eric Hosmer, who hit .293 last year with 19 home runs, drove in 78.
He looks remarkably composed for having grown up at South Beach. South Beach, or is it South Miami? That might be a different neighborhood.
This is what we were talking about, Steve. The Royals have tried to, kind of similar to the Pirates, stockpile young talent.
Looks like they've done a pretty good job with it.
It's 3-1 on Hosmer. 7 homers, 29 runs batted in this season. Finished third in Rookie of the Year voting last season. And now 3-2.
Remember way back in the day, the Pirates, before interleague play, would play the Kansas City Royals in the hypo games. Help young people organize. Help young players organize. Exhibition games that we play in Kansas City and sometimes here in Pittsburgh, going back to the days of Forbes Field, those fundraising games for young players.
In the air and playable for Alvarez. Thought maybe that tarp was going to creep up on him sooner than it did. If he had to do it over again, Steve, he'd probably want to get over there
early.
Yeah.
That's the key. Get over early. Find out where you are, because he kind of thinks you see him reaching for it. I don't know if he would have been able to get it, but he would have been able to steady himself with that hand had he been there earlier and reached further in. It might have given him a chance.
Tried to sell that call off the hands of the fan.
Try it again.
Yeah. Another pop up close to the same spot, but a few rows back.
Yeah, if you get over there early, you can kind of gauge where the ball is, and you find that tarp and you steady yourself, so you got a little bit of a foundation there for your stretch into the stands. It's kind of the ideal situation to get over as early as you can. Well, you look at the program for Bedard, it's just away, 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 far and away. Far and away outside. Too far.
Second walk for Bedard. Sunday, Pirates Royals 1:35 conclude the homestand, and all kids 14 and under will receive kids sunglasses thanks to Peppers. We invite you to come early for the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street and stay after the game. Kids can run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. For tickets, go to pirates.com. Neat looking sunglasses.
You can't tell me the homestand is going to be over day after tomorrow.
Believe that? Believe that?
I do believe it now.
So take advantage of Pirates baseball.
Yeah, they're having some fun.
Oh, that's a great shot. She is having fun now. She's got that souvenir strike on Alcides Escobar.
And it's even more fun now because everybody loves hitting. When you come to the ballpark, you like to see your home team hit the ball around. The Pirates have been doing that, and boy, it's made life easier for everybody.
Two.
Well, you look out at the scoreboard now. It's hard to find out where your rivals are, where the teams you're chasing, where you are. It looks like a salad out there, this interleague stuff.
The only non-interleague game is in Milwaukee, where the Padres visit the Brewers.
Mix them all up, throw them in a hat, and who's going to play who? Philadelphia playing Baltimore. Dodgers in Seattle. Crazy stuff.
Interleague play started in 1997. Bedard registers his third strikeout.
Upstairs again. Escobar swings right on through it.
Now here is Humberto Quintero, the veteran catcher, who at times has frustrated the Pirates. This is a career .234 hitter, but against the Pirates hitting close to .290 lifetime. The season hitting .227. Two outs, runner at first. Pirates lead 1-0.
There's that breaking ball that Buster, Bruce Keeson, was talking about. The hook downstairs, you don't do much with that one. It's breaking a lot late, but it's even starting down around the knees and losing altitude from there.
Popped up to shallow center. Shortstop Barmas is there. Eric Bedard has put up a couple of zeros. Early on, the Pirates lead the Royals 1-0. Pirates have the lead over the Royals. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Beautiful night, beautiful sight there.
Well, it is,
isn't it?
It is.
Oh, it's great.
Loving their buckles.
Yeah.
This the sight also.
Great to see a bunch of folks in this ballpark.
Over 30,000 tonight. Maybe creeping up toward 35, and they're still coming across the bridge. Great walk up, great sail. Just made for baseball. This ballpark this night.
Bottom third of the order against Hochevar. Barajas. Ball one. Average continues to climb. Rod Barajas hitting .344 last 18 games. Michael McHenry was one of those heroes. After the Barmas double, he brought in the go-ahead winning run in the 10th. Off Aroldis Chapman, his ball line foul.
You think it could have been the Gunners, some of the Gunners' old leftover hidden vigorous? You know, eventually Chapman was going to give up a run.
I think so.
Nothing cheap about those back-to-back doubles. McHenry or Barmas and McHenry. Line shot left center, line shot right center. Bob Princeville.
Strike 2-2. This is the kickoff of the Heritage Weekend. And today, the guest speaker was Steelers coach Mike Tomlin. The African American Heritage Luncheon. Great attendance at the Lexus Club. And this ball lined toward right and drops in. There's the inexperience right there. And Barajas is going to wind up at second base. As Eric Hosmer, playing his first game in right field, had trouble.
Hitting an error.
And a guy like Jeff Brancourt probably catches that in his back pocket.
Yeah, the early hesitation and then gets too close to the bounce, and the ball eats him up and across them 90 feet. Pirates off to a good start here in the bottom of frame number 2.
Shot from the AGH cam shows Hosmer's misplay. Now it's Clint Barmas. But just Coach Mike Tomlin, Steve, was talking about the fact that he and his boys were downstairs last night late. Mom yelled down, "It's time to go to bed." He said, "Hey, Buccos are on." Even they're caught up in it. And he said, "Got to tell you, when they saw Chapman warming up, they thought it was over."
I did too.
Yep.
I'll be honest.
So, who wouldn't be?
Just flamethrower. Even when you know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no time. And it's not that just he might go to a breaking ball. It's just that you might not know where that 100-mile-an-hour fastball is going to be in the strike zone. So there isn't much time to go searching when it's going to be in the strike zone. I mean, just so fast.
And to center field, Clint Barmas with a base hit, and they're going to wave home Barajas. And he is going to be safe somehow, some way. The nimble Rod Barajas avoids the tag of Quintero.
Shades of Jason Kendall in San Diego. Only Jason jumped over the catcher. Rod Barajas somehow gets by him. Base hit by Barmas. And Nick Levis said, "Keep on trucking." Big turn.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to ask Nick Lave about that one. Oh, how about that?
There's the great look and the swipe. The tag attempt by Quintero never gets him. Yeah, there's air.
Wow.
In between. Come on, Rod. Get back to the landing strip there.
How about that slide?
Runway 29er.
Ball bunted in the air. It is a foul ball. Bedard tried to move Barmas to third.
Okay, here we go, Rod. Cut that corner a little sharper. Here comes runway number 26er.
RBI for Barmas, moves to second on the throw. All of a sudden, Barmas is hitting, driving in some runs. Pirates lead 2-0.
You know, you see a guy struggling, but you never lose track of that singular thought, the pedigree. I mean, he's not going to dazzle you, but there's a pedigree of success offensively for Clint Barmas. It's not like he's never done it. It wasn't there for a long time. Now it's getting better.
Takes the bunt down. Look toward third, and the throw is to first. The early play. Well, so many things went into that play by Leyva. Again, it will be fun to talk to him because, you know, Jeff Francoeur, considered maybe the best arm maybe in baseball. And he has, over the years, thrown out since the start of 2005, I think 103 assists. But it was a gamble that paid off. And when you're the third base coach, you're thinking about who's coming up next. And Bedard, in this case, would have tried to bunt the runner from first to second. Would have taken a deep fly ball by Presley, maybe to get Bedard in. And he figures the chances are better at that point to get that run home.
The thing, too, if we ever get a chance to look at it again to see how far the catcher, Quintero, had to go toward third base to get that throw and then come back. But a heads-up alert bit of base running by Barajas. He sees the catcher move, so he slides away from him.
Infield in.
And then you try to do what you can after that. But the first priority is to avoid that catcher. So it's moving up the third baseline. So Quintero has to go up. And so Barajas says, the only chance I have is just go wide up. And after that, I'll do what I can.
What a slide.
Yep. So he's looking right in at the catcher. He knows what he has to do.
Presley struck out looking in the first.
And let's not discount this opportunity. Get yourself a cheap run. Never forget that Presley is a very good bunter.
Two 2-1 count.
Alex will check with Nick Leyva. Playing way off the bag at third if they want to think in that direction. And then Barmas could get way down the line. No indication of a suicide, but there never is. It's a last minute thing.
3-1 count on Presley.
Moustakas way off third base. Way off.
Bouncing ball, that will not do it. 2 outs.
Big out for the Royals.
See if Walker can pick up Presley here. Single and a run scored in the first inning. And he's now 10th in the league in batting with runners in scoring position. A .348 clip. Nine for 20 his last 5 games. He did, said the home plate umpire.
Where you try to stop a swing like that, almost looks like your back is going to break in half. Looks like he wants to crowd him. That seems to be the early plan here in this at bat.
Barmas had the RBI single, brought home Barajas. He's there with 2 outs. 2-1. Steve, the pitcher's mentality has to be, no matter what those numbers show you about Neil Walker, and yeah, he will bat from the left side against the righty. You've got McCutchen on deck, who's got the reputation now around baseball as a guy you just don't want to have beat you.
Here's the one he wants to get out right here.
But this
He's
is there.
Fire.
3-1.
Yep. Still inside. Yep. Hochevar wants to get Neil Walker. Doesn't want any part of Andrew with runners on first and third. There's a good hook.
Armas at third, 2 outs, 3-2 count on Walker. And off the glove of Betancourt into right field. Neil Walker has an RBI single, and the Pirates lead 3-zip.
That's big. That's big. And the Pirates getting the ball to bounce their way off the right fielder, now off the second baseman. Looks like the inning has kind of lost its spark. Good attempt by the Royals second baseman, but off the glove, and the Pirates add on. 3-zip. Good start for the Bucks. This ball hit hard enough by Walker to make it difficult for the Royals second baseman, Betancourt.
There goes the runner, taken for a ball, and no surprise. We were talking before the game about Luke Hochevar and how bad his numbers have been over his career in terms of containing the running game.
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 steps for a guy that doesn't have blinding speed. No contest at second base. Quintero just trying to throw from his knees.
This year, 9 out of 10 have stolen against him. There's a fly ball to left. It's going to end the inning. But the Pirates add a couple. And Rod Barajas with a nifty slide, avoiding the tag by Quintero. Pirates lead 3-zip.
Say, let's go Bucks.
3-0. Pirates lead.
Yeah, she can say it. I just saw and heard her say it. Let's go Bucks. By the way, Eric Bedard not used to having this kind of support.
Let's go Bucks.
He knows the Bucks are up 3-0. First 4 starts, he just got minuscule run support. So I hope he feels good about that.
Hochevar trying anything. He is now 0 for 12 with 9 strikeouts in his career as a hitter. And that is, Steve, a big disadvantage, obviously, for the American League teams.
Yeah.
And not that pitchers are hitters anyway, but
yeah, it's completely
when they never swing the bat.
He might have just thought there was somebody on base, going to try to move him over to second.
Not a bad idea then.
Especially for the Pirates right there.
Wow. Back to the top of the order, and Alex Gordon.
There he is. The green machine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. It's not the silly string, is it? Good looking pitch by Bedard there that doesn't result in a strike.
Two 2-0.
Couple attempts for that outside corner. Now you got to get one of those. I mean, they were close enough to maybe at least get one of them. You'll get that first one on occasion. You won't never get that one.
Count goes to 3-0. Four-pitch walk.
That's 3. And when you talk about Eric Bedard talking about himself talking about that 100-pitch limit, you don't want to bump it up with free passes. He's going to be in that range of halfway there here in the 3rd inning if you go by that count. He's thrown 42 now. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. That takes a lot of pitches.
Faces Yuniesky Betancourt.
Of course, if he gives up just a walk for every inning, and that's all, it's going to be a pretty special night for Eric.
Betancourt activated off the DL a week ago. Right ankle sprain. Suffered in spring training initially. Missed a month of the season. And back goes McCutchen. Nearing the wall. Can't make the catch. So Alex Gordon will be waived, and a run in on the double by Betancourt.
And that ball had a lot of carry to it, out to the bullpen fence. Andrew McCutchen seemed to get over there. And maybe we can slow down a replay slow enough to see if he got close to making the catch. Now we'll get a real good look. Just beside the glove, it looked like.
I think he thought that wall was coming up sooner. Would have been a great catch, but it goes as a RBI double for Betancourt and Billy Butler now.
Yep, and you cannot get away with free passes all night long.
Royals have the 5th highest batting average in the American League. Fly ball to Presley. Second out. A big out. Billy Butler, now Mike Moustakas, the cleanup man. The Royals hitting .261 behind Texas, Boston, Detroit, and New York in the American League, but they are 13th in runs scored. There are 14 teams in the American League. Only the A's have scored fewer runs.
And that's what counts.
They've hit a total of 43 home runs, which is also 2nd fewest in the American League. They've only hit 15 of those at Kauffman Stadium, their home ballpark. 28 on the road. Kauffman Stadium will be the host of the All-Star game this summer. 0-1 on Moustakas. That'll make it 0-2. There are Royals at 24-31, 7 back of the White Sox.
Cleveland opening up some eyes in that division.
Royals had hold of first place for a while, and the White Sox really got hot. Bucks will head to Cleveland on the upcoming road trip. Still 0-2 on Moustakas.
you say the Royals hitting 261 as a team, Pirates hitting 224 coming into the game.
That number is slowly but surely creeping up.
Yep. Also tells you a little bit about what pitching can do for you.
Yeah. Yeah, the Royals team ERA is 4.17. That's 10th of the 14 teams in the American League. One and two on Moustakas.
Halfway home to 100 for Eric.
And it was all hands on deck to win that game last night after Correa was lifted after 5+.
Who do we have left? Slayton?
Slayton, except he wasn't going to be able to go because he had gone 3 innings the night before.
I heard you mention that.
And a base hit to left. This is going to make it a 1-run game. And a 1-2 pitch to Moustakas. Brings home Betancourt. It's now 3-2.
Yep, just when you start getting comfortable, here come the Royals. This very good road team.
One out walk to Gordon and a Betancourt double, and with 2 outs, Moustakas singles home the second baseman. 28 RBIs for Moustakas. Francoeur, one of those first-round picks we talked about, not by the Royals but by the Braves 10 years ago. He was the 23rd pick overall, the Atlanta native. Signed as a free agent before last season. Hit 20 homers last year for KC. Oh, 2 on Jeff Francoeur. Time with the Mets and the Rangers. For a few games, Clint Hurdle was his hitting coach. Texas. Rip to left, over is Presley to make the catch. The Royals pick up a couple of runs. Pittsburgh's lead is now 1.
On Root Sports, and as Greg Brown mentioned just moments ago, the 2012 All-Star Game will be in Kansas City this year for the second time. They actually hosted the event back in 1973, and style was a little wild back in 73, just as Pete Rose. Well, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Look what he decided to wear to the All-Star Game. The Pirates' Willie Stargell on the far left in that photo with a smile. I don't know if he was happy to see him or just couldn't stop laughing. And Steve, I'm sure that you had only, maybe 6 of those jackets?
Well, Pete looks like Shemp with the Three Stooges there.
That's more the haircut than the jacket.
Yeah. I rented one from Bob Prince one time. That's very stylish yet understated.
Here's Garrett Jones, doubled in the first.
Pete was always a fashion leader.
The National League won that game 7-1.
My old roomie was in that game.
Yep.
Dave Justy was an All-Star in 1973.
So that was the what is now Kauffman Stadium, then called Royal Stadium. I believe they actually, Kansas City hosted a 1960 All-Star game. There were 2 that year, I believe.
That was in that era,
right?
Yeah, 59, 60 in that range.
And as a matter of fact, Bob Friend started that game. Another old roomie.
Yeah, my rooms are all over the place. Going to Kansas City.
3-2. Will Jones.
Wilbert Harrison. I don't know why I remember that guy that sang that song.
Kansas City, here I come.
Yeah. Might take a train, might take a plane, but if I have to walk, I'm going just the same.
There's a former Royal. Fly ball to left. Clint Hurdle. Very highly touted prospect, a first-round pick in 1975.
9th pick overall.
Made it to the big leagues in 77. He spent parts of 5 years with the Royals, then a couple seasons with the Mets, St. Louis, and finished his career with the New York Mets.
Number 13, Clint Hurdle.
Alvarez lines this ball to center field. That ball was a laser. Over the head of Francoeur. Double for Alvarez.
That ball was so hard hit. You're right. No height whatsoever. And without that kind of height for a ball to carry that far, you got to hit it so hard. Back of the bat.
Six hits for the Bucks. Alvarez on base for the second time. Walked his first time. And here he picks up his 10th double of the season. Brings up Jose Tabata.
I'd love to answer that deuce that the Royals put up in the top half of the inning.
Tabata getting high praise for his performance last night. The throw he made to retire Joey Votto at the plate on the base hit in the first inning by Brandon Phillips. And then when he caught Phillips napping and advanced to third base. Ball hit toward the seats. Bounces untouched. Clint Varmus bunting the ball in the 7th inning with Tabata at first.
There's the bunt. Watch Brandon. Oh, yeah, looking good. Well, I'm sorry, but the late start by Jose, he didn't make it by much, but he made it. And then he managed to hold on to third base.
Sacrifice fly by McHenry, bringing home Tabata. Pirates led 4-3 at that point. Won the game in 10. Ochever tried to barehand it and would have been better served just letting that one go.
Infield hit.
It's first and third.
And alertly, Nick Leyva and Pedro Alvarez getting together to make sure Pedro did not take one step past third base. There's the ball, and there's the deflection. Now they're going to fake a move over to first base and see if Pedro's taking an extra step. That kind of ball can break a finger. Usually there's so much spin on those balls that pitchers try to barehand. Pedro alertly staying at third base. Pirates once again back in business for the third straight inning.
And you'd love to answer what the Royals did in the top half. Royals scoring twice. Barajas singled and scored in the second. Going over those numbers, Steve, about Hochevar. The 9 steals and 10 attempts this year against him. Last year, 20 out of 23. In 2010, there were 18 attempts. 16 were successful. 19 out of 23 his second year in the big leagues. I mean, it's an area of his game there's a weak link.
Why not go now? You've got a double play candidate up there, and you're not going to stop really in the big picture till he's able to throw somebody out.
Now he's picked off. And Alvarez trying to get off the bag and thinking of breaking for the plate. He does.
All right, Pedro.
And the Pirates steal a run. Pedro Alvarez scores on the rundown.
Takes advantage, and that's quite simply, that's bad baseball by the Royals. I mean, you've got to keep track of things. When that ball goes back from the pitcher to the first baseman, he's got to know what's happening with Alvarez, and it's either his fault or whoever just got this lasso. There's the throw. Now one quick look, but then it's too late. Even the second or the other infield's not looking at by then, but that throw from the first baseman, that made it too late.
Well, not even a play at the plate.
Yep. Take it.
4-2. This is a caught stealing. 1-3-4. It's not a stolen base, and you see Quintero upset, the veteran catcher.
Throw by the pitcher back to the first baseman or whoever was at first base. And then it was over after that.
Dribbler, and it's a fair ball.
It's bad luck.
Barajas retired, but the Bucks steal a run. Up 4-2.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel.com, definitely worth the click. By PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruise, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Here at PNC Park, enjoying some of the great food options. 30 W's for my 30th. Let's go Bucks on Root Sports. Yeah, tonight a W would be the Pirates' 30th. A great crowd on hand for game 1 of the 3-game interleague series between the Pirates and the Royals. And Eric Bedard and the Bucks up 4-2.
Now they get one of them back. Kept thinking DW 30 for an oil, but it's 30 wins. I don't know, 30,
yeah.
30 W's.
Tabata involved. The infield hit. Alvarez doubled to start the rally. 0-2 count on Hosmer. Bedard has not had a 1-2-3 inning yet.
Excuse me, Greg. Just want to go. In a rundown, if you lose track of that other runner over at third base, if you lose track of him, he's going to go. And then many times it's too late. First baseman not only lost track of him, but then threw the ball to the man coming in from second base, and it was too late.
It should just never happen.
Yep. You got to keep track. You can't take your eye off the runner at third base, because if you do, he's going to break.
Oh, 2 count on Hosmer. Stays 0-2. First time these two clubs have met since the Royals traveled here to Pittsburgh 3 years ago. Bucks winning 2 of 3. It's the 6th trip for the Royals into Pittsburgh since interleague play began in 1997. 0-2 count. Bounce to the right side. Easy play for Garrett Jones.
As easy as they get.
So it's time for tonight's trivia question, brought to you by AT&T Mobility. Which team, the Pirates or the Royals, have more active players who were also active the last time these two teams met, June 26th through the 28th in 2009?
Well, you pick one or the other, right? I'm picking the Orioles.
That's a good call. The Orioles.
Royals.
I'll go with you on that one. Escobar struck out in the second. Traded over from Milwaukee in December 2010 along with 3 other players for Zach Greinke and Yuniesky Betancourt. One of the other players they got in the trade that the Royals received, Lorenzo Cain, is on the disabled list. They have a bunch on the DL. Zach Greinke now pitching for the Brewers. Marmus backs up on that hop and guns it to first. 2 away. Iron City Beer presents Fan Jam, featuring Boys to Men, live in concert tomorrow night after the 7:15 game against the Royals. Come out, see the top-selling R&B group of all time, sing all their hits. It's also an Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday. All fans get a scratch card good for prizes from Eaton Park. A few tickets do remain. Get yours at Pirates.com. Tomorrow night, the Pirates will be wearing the uniforms of the Homestead Grays, and the Royals will wear the Kansas City Monarchs jerseys, and this ball past Garrett Jones. They're going to give Quintero a hit.
Well, that's the bad news. The good news, you got Hochevar coming up. Garrett will tell you that he should have gotten that ball.
Quintero 1 for 2. Hochevar hits the ball the other way. Tabata for the final out. Through 3.5, Pirates lead the Royals 4-2. TNT Mobility trivia question: which players of these teams have more active players who were also active the last time they met in June of 2009? The answer is the Royals. Chen, Hochevar, Pena, Butler, and Meyer. The Pirates, Andrew McCutchen. Now, Charlie Morton and Jeff Carsons were on the team as well, but both currently on the disabled list. Walker and McCutchen fans watching from the rotunda. Fly ball to left. Catch made. We're going to go to the studio now for an update and a game break. Let's do that right now. All right, Paul, thank you. The Pirates and the Cardinals, 2 back of the Reds. Cardinals hosting the Indians.
Pretty good to be on the other side of Joey Votto for a while, isn't it?
What a hitter. What a player. Tigers getting a dose of him now, huh?
Yep.
Tigers 26 and 31. You have to think, Steve, that through the first couple of months of the season, they're in the top 5 of most disappointing teams.
Yep.
In baseball.
Mr. Leland probably not too happy about things right now.
No. Tigers will come to Pittsburgh. Foul tip. Part of interleague play. Next homestand. Well, you see the Buccos on the diamond now get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at them off the field on an all-new Inside Pirates Baseball. See our Buck Money Moment, Pirate Tales, AGH Plays of the Week, and much more. Inside Pirates Baseball tomorrow at 6 here on Root Sports. Good stuff. Jack Becker does a great job producing that program. Strike on Presley, who has struck out and bounced out with the infield in and a runner at third. Hochevar registers strikeout number 2. And out in front of Presley, 0-2.
The Majestic. Could be another graduation party or a prom night. Pretty darn casual for prom night. Majestic through the flotilla. Just going to see more and more river traffic, recreational boating. Summer's on the way. June 21st. Good crowd on the Majestic tonight.
Folks out and about in the Burgh.
Three Rivers Arts Festival, Pirate Baseball. We got a lot of stuff going on.
It's Legacy Square here at the ballpark, paying tribute to African American heritage. And there's a liner to left and a catch made by Gold Glover Alex Gordon. Pirates go down 1-2-3 for the first time. And through 4, they lead it 4-2. Pirates lead this ball game. A look at the road ahead is brought to you by Nissan. Tomorrow's game will be on the Fox network. Pitching matchup, Vin Mazzaro for the Royals, James McDonald for the Bucks. Sunday, Bruce Chen for Kansas City, A.J. Burnett for the Pirates. Our coverage begins at 1 on Root Sports. What will J-Mac do to thrill the crowd tomorrow night?
He's got a lot of things to choose from, doesn't he? Lots of material to work with.
Strike on Alex Gordon. There's J-Mac. Second in ERA, 2.14 earned run average. Line drive past Neil Walker. The Royals fighting to come back. As Gordon picks up his first hit on base for the second time. It's the 4th hit for Kansas City. Betancourt doubled home Gordon last in the 3rd inning. Last time up for Betancourt, the double. Struck out his first time. Shortstop with Seattle and his first go round with Kansas City. But now playing second base with Escobar at short. Bounce toward third. Oh, what a stop. Can he get him? He got him! Pedro Alvarez shining defensively again.
The rifleman, that strong arm, makes this play a great pick. A great play in 2 parts. The pick down on the ground, turning around, and then pull the trigger.
See what the AGH cam shows.
Full extension, the tumble, the turn, and the heater.
Garrett Jones able to stretch, keep the toe on the bag. Here's Billy Butler, the runner at second and 1 out. Strike 1. Billy Butler's hitting .396 against left-handed pitching. It's the 4th highest average in the American League. .35 RBIs to lead the Royals. Ball, 1 strike. Drove in 95 runs last year. The 14th pick overall in the 2004 draft. Out of a high school in Jacksonville, Florida. Normally the designated hitter. Strike 2. Bardard has struck out 3, including the first 2 men he faced tonight, Alex Gordon and Yuniesky Betancourt. New camera look for us.
Yeah.
Great shot of the Pirates bullpen.
No hiding anymore, boys.
Huh. Two and 2. Alex Gordon with a base hit to right, went to second on the bounding ball by Betancourt. Struck him out looking.
Nice. Coming all the way across the strike zone, picking up that inside corner. See Barajas move over there, and when you move over there as a catcher, you put the glove right there, and the pitcher delivers it. You're going to get that call just about all the time. Just about all the time. Couldn't come at a better time.
Stockus has popped up and singled in a run.
Got a lot of things covered there. Cinema, Pitt football. Is that a Pirates t-shirt?
He's got the yellow. You normally have the eye black underneath. He's got the yellow.
Yeah. Eye yellow. Well, you see it a lot this time of year. Kind of a jaundice look. And the other guy from Kiss.
Yeah.
Drummer from Kiss. The other guy with the Jolly Roger flag ready to go. You got it all.
Yeah. And you got a 2-0 count on the third baseman of the Royals. Drove in his 28th run of the season in the third.
You get 38,000 people. You probably even got a parrot somewhere running around.
I'll bet. Two and one.
This place is darn near full. I'm guessing 37,000.
Which would make it a sensational walk-up. Three and one.
Eric has walked 3, struck out 4 now. Let's see him get tidy with this inning and get him through the 6th. See where that takes you. But first things first. In the third out here in the top of the 5th inning. You're going to get it.
Big pop up. Garrett Jones. The guard gets out of it. Nice play defensively from Pedro Alvarez. Pirates lead by a pair. First of 3 interleague games here at PNC Park. And the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup against Luke Hochevar. Neil Walker's 2 for 2. RBI single his last time up. He has stolen a base.
Bumping that average up.
Three homers, 23 RBIs on the season for Walker. The Royals pitching staff has given up the fewest home runs in the American League.
Just 4 for Hochevar.
Hochevar has allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 73 pitches thrown. Dave Eiland, the pitching coach for Ned Yost. 3-1 count on Walker. And you can imagine how frustrating it must be for the Royals and their fans. The excitement of drafting a Hochevar and expecting him to be their big horse at the top of the rotation just has not worked out yet. And another shot past Betancourt, almost identical to Walker's RBI single in the second.
If you find something that works. Neil, 3 for 3. Welcome home from that road trip, Neil. Home cooking. We're going to slow it down, but not so much that it doesn't get by the second baseman. It still does.
Walker 3 for 3. McCutchen now 0 for 2. Ground out to third base his first time and flied to left in the second. Don't know if they would put the brakes on Walker here with nobody out. McCutchen at the plate.
Well, Andrew wanted that one. That was the big time swing.
Currently 6th in the league in on base percentage. He's 8th in slugging, tied for 9th in total bases. The total package, Andrew McCutchen.
Slide step.
Disrupt that timing for Walker. Among the leaders this season with the National League ranks, the average on base percentage, slugging, stolen bases. McCutchen has more RBIs and has the highest batting average among National League center fielders.
Yeah, you got one of those 2-1 counts that people like to run on. Plus, you're not looking for Hochevar to strike a lot of people out, so you expect contact from Andrew. And Neil has already stolen a base. I'm guessing he's going. Just a guess. Wrong guess.
Bounce toward third. Moustakas to first. Bring up Garrett Jones. Well, no doubt McCutchen worthy of all-star consideration. And go to Pirates.com, MLB.com, and vote for McCutchen. While we'll have to wait and see what they determine in terms of pitchers. James McDonald, second among starters in earned run average. Joel Hanrahan tied for second in saves, and Jason Grilli just having a tremendous year.
Well, I see at least 3 out of the 4 going. But let's send Andrew there to start, shall we?
Breaking ball for a strike to Garrett Jones.
Yeah, Hanrahan's going to go.
You can vote for the position players, so you can vote for Andrew McCutchen. Dribbler along the first baseline. 2 outs.
Our only chance on that one was if it hit the base and just bounced some crazy place. But it wasn't even hit hard enough to really go far after it hit it.
Pedro Alvarez has walked and lined one over Jeff Francoeur's head for a double.
That's about time for Pedro to really run into one and just get it out of here and just really jumpstart this crowd. They're buzzing pretty good, but we need a breakout hit.
Hochevar 3-6, 6.63 ERA in his 11 starts. Takes the breaking pitch for a strike. Walk and a double. Third hit of the night for Walker. Now 0-2 on Alvarez, whose 61 strikeouts are 5th most in the National League. Ricky Weeks of the Brewers has struck out the most times, 70, but neither Weeks nor Alvarez are close to Adam Dunn, who has struck out 92 times.
Curveball so far. First 2 pitches. Another breaking ball.
Stays 0-2.
3 off-speed pitches. PMC strike zone. Downstairs.
They wanted upstairs. Didn't get it there.
And they wanted the call also. Take a look at this one on the PMC strike zone. You'll get those calls every once in a while, but you didn't get it there. DJ Rayburn, Jim Wolf, Darrell Cousins, and Ron Culpa round out the umpiring staff tonight.
Crew chief Darrell Cousins. 1-2 on Alvarez. There he is.
Nice block.
Roberto Quintero doing the catching, getting the block there. And one of the guys on the disabled list is one of their up-and-coming stars, Salvador Perez, out for the year. Hurt in spring training just after they had signed him to a 5-year contract.
Pirates were handed 1 run already. That was almost another.
Checks and he takes 3-2.
91-mile-an-hour fastball after a lot of slow stuff. Hochevar can get it up to 92, 93. Has had some shoulder, right arm issues a couple of times along the trail.
Stabbed by Hochevar. And on to first. Pirates strand a man, and through 5 innings now, it's a 4-2 Bucco lead. Jeff Francoeur will lead off the 6th against Eric Bedard. Sports medicine injury update. Jeff Karstens was forced to leave a game the other night, but Charlie Morton, watching what he did throwing on the side today, figures to throw a bullpen session on Sunday. Out with right elbow inflammation and on the disabled list. Charlie Morton hoping to get that good fastball going again. We're still looking for word on Jeff Karstens, forced to leave a rehab start last night. Ball is out of play. Pierogies, they had when they went by the Royals bullpen.
Hitting them with some water.
Huh.
Wonder if Randall Simon's in the bullpen. No bats involved in the Royals bullpen.
Oh, 0-2. Hannah, I don't think she's happy.
Hard-hearted Hannah, the Vamp of Savannah.
Strikeout number 5 for Bedard. Barajas okay. Home plate umpire asks how he's doing. He got whacked in the backswing.
Glancing blow off the top of the helmet. That's why they wear the helmets right there. I got a little better whack than I thought. Give him a moment to collect himself.
Eric Hosmer grounded out his last time up against Bedard.
You get hit like that too many times, when the phone rings, you're going to start answering the front door bell.
Two and 0. Ned Yost getting his bullpen loose.
Lewis Coleman.
I don't think J Mac's aware he's got the bubble gum on top of the cap. How long has that tradition been going, Steve?
That's as old as the hot foot.
Yeah. Now, if you're next to him, of course, you try not to laugh and act like everything's just normal, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be the difficult
The
part.
tricky part is application. Getting it on.
Look at Burnett, by the way, his buddy. Burnett's trying to.
No, he's totally bagged him now. He wants no part of this.
Line drive past Barmes for Hosmer, his first hit, and for the Royals, they get another man on against Bedard. 5 hits for the Royals, and I don't know how he discovered it. Who gave it away?
Somebody gave the wrong look.
He's looking for evidence here, asking Correa, Burnett, Brad Lincoln. Yes. So J Mac's right.
Now, some guys will just go in and say, Bones, give me another hat.
Alcides Escobar at the plate. Bounces this ball. Diving stop by Garrett Jones. Thought about second and then says, let's get the sure out.
Good reaction by Garrett on that one. Good snag.
2 away.
Good reaction there, the thought, and then I think the prudent decision. We've been a scrambling type of throw to second base. Just trying to get your balance, get upright. Yep. Good decision, I think. This guy's down there trying to burst James' bubble. Is that what's happening down there in that dugout?
I don't know what was going on there. James is trying to figure out a way to get the bubble gum off the cap, and he's done it. Bouncing ball. Here comes Alvarez. The scoop. And the throw and the pick by Garrett Jones.
That was dazzling by Jones. Dazzling. That ball could still be rolling, and the Royals could still be running.
Alvarez coming in, the grab and the scoop. Attaboy, G-Money. Our friends at Day Automotive bring us this day in Pirates history. It was on this day back in 1975. The Candyman makes his debut in the first game of a doubleheader against the Giants. He would take the loss, going 6 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits, struck out 6. Candy won 177 games over his 19 seasons in the big leagues. 3.33 career ERA, pitching for 8 teams. Most of those years with the Bucks. Thanks, Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. He was one of the most efficient left-handers in the game for a while.
One of the biggest curveballs in the game, too.
There's a Tabata.
And one of the most distinct personalities in the game. But the Candyman could pitch.
I'll tell you one thing. This ball lined into center field for Tabata to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tabata 2 for 3. And will he be running? Pirates been doing a lot of that tonight.
Well, he hit against Hochevar. So far, yes. Yep.
I was going to say, Steve, that Candelaria drove all the way up from, is he South Carolina now?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, to attend Joe Lynette's funeral this offseason. Just came up for the day and headed back. That was, he didn't have to do it.
Pretty classy.
Yep.
It was down around the Lake Norman area, North Carolina. I think Davidson, North Carolina, somewhere in that area. You look at different people's maybe perception that people have different players, and love guys, hate guys, whatever. That's a gesture. Doc Ellis flew back on his own dime for Bob Prince's funeral from California.
Stuff like that. That's pretty special stuff.
Meaning there's
more to the person.
Multi-dimensional.
Right?
There's a lot of different sides of just about everybody in the world. Different aspects, different dimensions.
Bounced foul. We made reference to the Barajas slide earlier, harking back to memories of 1998 in San Diego when Jason Kendall somehow flipped over the catcher. Here, Barajas somehow avoided the tag and then got to home plate.
these Pirate catchers know how to avoid other catchers.
There goes Tabata. Swing and a miss. And they caught stealing. 2-4.
There's the other side of running. Nobody out. Run into an out if you're unsuccessful. There goes that good start to the inning.
Uh-oh. He's back limping. Barajas, that previous pitch where Tabata was caught stealing, pretty apparent that it was a hit and run. He was trying to make contact. See Tabata looking back.
And a couple of awkward swings by Rod trying to protect Tabata, and then got fooled on the next pitch. So a couple awkward offerings.
Feel like almost every inning something big is about to happen. You're about to knock out this pitcher, but
yeah,
it stalls.
And I didn't see anything that looked obvious or apparent on the slide by Jose, but he was limping coming off the field, and was going to get everything rearranged, and so it's going to be okay.
That'll do it. Still a 4-2 Pirates lead. Special night. Bob Nutting inviting a group of some 83 veterans from the Wounded Warriors Project and their families. Special guests for the Pirates taking in the ball game, getting some tickets, food vouchers, and recognized before the game on the field. The majority of the 83 are Marines from K Company 3rd Battalion, now based in Pittsburgh, and a very special night. For many, the first time they had seen each other since serving in Iraq in 2005.
You want to talk about heroes? Take a look at some heroes there, that lineup.
Involved in some intense fighting, and the battalion suffered very heavy casualties, so it was a special night for those heroes, as Steve said. to be here tonight. Yes, of Bob Nutting. Oh, 1-2 on the pinch hitter, Johnny Giavotella.
There's action from our new camera and the Pirate bullpen with righty stuff. 90th pitch coming from Eric. Nice to get him through this 7th inning.
Hochevar giving up the 4 runs on 9 hits, 6 innings.
So far, Bedard 2 runs on 5 hits. Not that it's absolutely critical, but this would be a nice out for Eric to get before the Royals go back up to the top of the batting order. Be nice with 1 out to go up there and nobody on, rather than a base runner to the top of the batting order in a 2-run ball game. Good out to get. That's a good job of wasting that pitch, because that was one of those backdoor curveballs that was going to pick up the outside corner, but it was ruined. And Mr. Giavotella.
We called May the 9th from AAA Omaha. Sitting 331 down there. Fly ball to McCutchen. Bedard gets the out. To start the 7th inning. Root Sports hosting some dignitaries from the sports world, including Dan Bylsma, the Penguins. Other guests from various sports teams in Pittsburgh. Thanks to Root Sports.
Had a lot of high-profile people down here early Tuesday morning, Greg, to help kick off the Special Olympics torch run from Pittsburgh to State College. Mayor Ravenstahl was here, and County Executive Rich Fitzgerald. Steven Zappala, by the way, said to say hello to you. We've got a meeting scheduled with him coming up, but a great send-off. What a great program that is.
Bedard just did get there. 4-1 put out.
Got a little more interesting with Garrett Jones leaving his position. If he's aware that Neal's that far over, had been better served to go over there and take that throw himself.
Very close.
Those are the kind you get stepped on, and that's not much fun. But so far so good. Eric Bedard looking very, very good here in the 7th inning. 2 up, 2 down.
This is little doubt this is his last inning, and see if he can finish it off right here. Give you 7 strong, give up 2 runs. 100 pitch mark. Currently, I think at 96, and due up first in the bottom of the 7th. Ray Searage keeping track.
Just to finish up Tuesday morning, those talk about heroes, the people in the Special Olympics, the athletes, the volunteers, the families, the people in our community around the county and the state. A lot of law enforcement support. Just a wonderful thing. Makes you feel good, like the Miracle Field stuff. I mean, those things are just flat out good. They're just all good, and it was a great morning. It's hosting the entire event.
Bounced a third, tough hop as it hit the lip, but Pedro Alvarez handles it. And Bedard ends his outing with a 1-2-3, top of the 7th inning. The Pirates lead the Royals 4-2 in game 1 of this 3-game interleague series. Josh Harrison will pinch hit for Eric Bedard, in line to win his 4th. What do you say about the Bedard outing, Steve, tonight?
I thought he pitched well. I thought he did a good job. You know, stretching it out, getting his 7 innings in within that so-called pitch configuration.
Josh Harrison starts the inning off with a liner toward left field and a good jump on that ball by Alex Gordon. A quick out pinch hitter against the lefty Tim Collins.
This guy gets a lot of strikeouts. 28 innings, 42 strikeouts. That's averaging about 13 and a half strikeouts per 9 innings. So Tim Collins can find it very easy to get the ball by batters.
Presley's pack is here.
He's in the building. Needs to get a lawnmower on that chest, doesn't he?
Collins leading All-American League relievers with 42 strikeouts. And that average of 13 and a half punch-outs per 9 innings, 4th among all big league pitchers.
Yep, Eric Bedard did a good job. This is a good hitting Royals team. Never let it get out of hand. He leaves with the lead.
Presley hustling down the line, and they beat him there. Underhand toss from Betancourt. Ladies join the Pirates for the Pitch for Hope Women's Baseball Clinic on Sunday, June 24th. Learn the fundamentals of baseball, hitting, pitching, fielding from the Pirates coaches and players. Registration includes a brunch and a ticket to the Pirates and Tigers game that day. For tickets, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS or go to pirates.com/pitchforhope. Neil Walker now at the plate. Walker 3 for 3. Tigers trying to come back. They're down a run to the Reds in Cincy in the 7th. Jason Grilli will pitch the 8th inning.
Well, you know, you want to get the Detroit Tigers to get going, but I wouldn't count on really touching up Aroldis Chapman very often. So you might want to do something before the 9th. Yeah. I don't think he's going to experience what happened last night on a regular basis.
Two count on Walker.
Have yourself a night. Neil, you got it bumped up over that 281 mark for the average.
Full count. Pirates trying to go 3 games over 500.
What was our high water mark last year? Did we get it?
I believe
3 or 4 over?
No, I think it was 7.
7 over,
I believe.
7 over 500.
Strikeout for Collins. The Pirates go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the 8th. Pirates leading 4-2.
Brought to you by the Home Depot. Pedro Alvarez stretching it out. Full extension, gets up off the floor. Great stretch by Garrett Jones. They're going to team up again. Great play in 2 parts. Alvarez and Garrett Jones taking that pick on an in-between kind of throw. Wasn't close enough where it's that Olay pick. He had to have the glove in the perfect spot.
New first baseman is Casey McGee.
After all those great plays by Garrett Jones, he's out of there. More on defense, brought to you by the Home Depot.
$36,069 the paid attendance.
Great turnout on a perfect night for baseball, and so far we're watching the Pirates play a good one. Not glaring fireworks kind of ball game to this point, but a steady performance by the Bucks. They lead it by 2. Looks good. Ballpark always looks good. It really looks good when it's all decked out with people.
Gurley pitched a 1-2-3 eighth inning last night in Cincinnati. Strike one on Butler, the 3-4-5 men in the order for the Royals. Butler, a walk, a flyout, and a strikeout against Eric Bedard. Talking about the Tim Collins strikeout numbers. Jason Gurley has been tremendous. 36 Ks in 22 innings, averaging 14.7 strikeouts per 9.
More than Collins. Get over there.
Weekly hit to the right side. And 3-1 on the putout. Tonight's Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. Look at the National League team leaders in bullpen ERA. The Reds and the Pirates. 1-2. Barrel Automotive definitely worth the click.
Both those bullpens at work tonight.
Moustakas, 1 out of 3.
Looking forward to spending a little time with Jim Krenn tomorrow afternoon up on Westfield and Munn Hall, 1 o'clock. A game to benefit Jimmy Cusack, the Clerton police officer, and other heroes. 1 o'clock on Westfield. Come on up and see a lot of old tired athletes playing softball.
Scoop Oliver was at the event today. Heritage luncheon at the Lexus Club, and he is signing autographs in the Hall of Fame Club.
You want to take a look at a package of statistics career-wise. Take a look at Al Oliver. It is impressive.
By the way, also tomorrow, Pedro Alvarez is going to be at the Peters Township branch of the PNC Bank, noon to 1, signing free autographs. Pedro will be there tomorrow from noon to 1, the Peters Township branch of PNC Bank. Alvarez due up third in the bottom of this 8th inning. 2-2 the count.
What a job Mr. Gurley has done this year. Ours pretty much where they were last night. But at one point looking for 5 more outs.
Yeah.
A little bit of a cushion. 1-run, a 2-run lead tonight. Stay up. Hey.
Well, if you're hitting the road, you can take the Pirates with you this season by subscribing to MLB.tv and see every Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Baseball fans everywhere tonight. And
to the tune of 36,069.
Talked to some folks today, Steve, and I know you were out and about. We all were, but you mentioned the buzz. I get the impression it's happening a little bit earlier this year, this baseball buzz in the Berg.
And kind of maybe just a little taste here over the weekend. 3 games and back on the road, and a lot of action away from PNC Park, quite honestly, the month of June, but still another homestand after this. And then dig your heels in. A lot of Pirate baseball at PNC Park in July and August. Good breaking ball by Jason. But when he does that with a breaking ball, that just makes that 94, 95 mile an hour fastball that's much more effective. is now they got to be thinking that there's a possibility he might be getting another breaking ball, and if he's thinking that way, he would never catch up to the Grilli fastball. If he's thinking fastball, he might be out in front of another breaking ball. That's why it's so tough to hit. .94. Not only a different speed, but coming from way downstairs to upstairs. Got to adjust the speed and location from down to up and slow to fast.
The scoreboard here said 94. Our box up top says 95, but either way, it's impressive.
It's fast. Again, it's fast. Well, I guess speed turned into velocity, control turned into command, but you get the idea.
Frank Cora hangs tough.
And that's tough to do because he's behind the count 1 and 2, and Grilli's got two good weapons. He's got a good breaking ball and then an outstanding fastball. And if that's not enough, he's got the advantage in the count 1 and 2.
You tuck him out.
You ever get the idea of the cat with a mouse over in the corner just batting him around? I don't want to kill him. I just want to bat him around a little bit and let him know.
Jason Grilli, 1, 2, 3. Pirates lead 4-2. Head to
and that's Al Oliver back in the day. And this is Al Oliver today, who's a guest of the Pirates tonight here in the Hall of Fame Club. Long line, at least 50 people deep. That's going to feel pretty good to have people still want to come out and say hello to you.
It is absolutely amazing. You know, every time I come back to Pittsburgh, the fans have been so appreciative and respectful. You know, and the last year I played here was 1977. But when I come back here, it's like I never left. And the sweet visits today, they didn't want me to leave, and I didn't want to leave. But tonight, it's been a long day, but it's been one of those days where you come back to your roots, where it all started from, and it's great to know that they never forgot who Al Oliver was.
One man who has never forgotten is Steve Blass. He's in the booth tonight. He wanted me to ask you, can you hit the low ball?
Tell him that I still can hit the low ball. I tell you what, tell him that I can still hit, but I need his legs.
You got it, Scoop.
He said you could have his legs anytime.
Thank you.
Scoop.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you can have his legs.
Well,
guys.
I would love to be running every time Al Oliver hit the ball hard, because I would score a lot of runs. Al, what a great hitter. He hit more line drives maybe than anybody in the history of Pirate baseball. Always hit the ball hard, hard, hard.
What a fun player to watch.
Great hitter. Great player.
Man, he loved to hit. And he hit a lot. You know, you think of those great teams, so that when Al Oliver said that Pirate fans had never forgot, well, because Oliver and Glass and Sanghi and Clemente and then Stargell, the lumber company, and Parker, and that's why you don't forget that legacy that those guys left. That's what this Pirates team is trying to get back to those days.
Yep, they're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I know I'm not comparing last night's game to the teams of the 70s, but it was the Battle Bucks last night.
And it was the Battle Bucks against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That was a great brand of baseball through the 70s and other years. And the drama last night would put you in mind of some of those contests, because we were good and they were good. It was very good baseball. Very good baseball. That drama last night, I mean, that was an exciting baseball game. It reminded me, we turned it off after that strike. I said, enough. I turned it right off. I said, that was Major League Baseball. That was Major League Baseball. And there was a Major League Baseball player who could play first base, could play the outfield.
Breaking ball from Lewis Coleman, strikes out McCutchen looking.
Fans don't like it here, that happening to our man, McCutchen. But you got to understand, too, Al Oliver, Greg, there was Willie Stargell at first base and Al Oliver was at first baseman. There was Bob Robertson, tremendous defensive first baseman. So Al Oliver adapted himself to not only first base when he had a chance to do that, but also to center field. And you talk about Hall of Fame consideration with a body of work.
Well, I mean,
take a look at
2,700 career hits, a lifetime 300 hitter, 1,300 RBIs. And a base hit for McGee, his first at bat, coming on defensively in the top half of the inning.
Lines a hole between third and short. Those guys we had, they expected to hit. I'll never forget, with the bases loaded, Richie Hebner striking out, going down the runway at Three Rivers and just turning his bat into sawdust. Oliver popped up on the first pitch, and he wanted to do the same thing.
But he had to wait.
He had to wait. Richie wasn't done yet. I mean, and that's the way they were. They did not accept not hitting. They just flat hit. And Bill Verdon always said about that team in '72, he said, I would drive to the ballpark thinking I'm going to get 5 or 6 runs every single night. You think he felt good about it. Think about pitchers driving to the ballpark knowing you're going to get 5 or 6.
In the air to left, Alvarez flies out to Gordon. Out number 2. We want you to be a part of tonight's Pirates postgame show, so make sure you text your comments on the Pirates to 412-412, and then tune into the postgame show. It's your turn to root for the Buccos. 412-412, text your comments. James McDonald will have his shot tomorrow. The fans reacted when they had an update from Cincinnati. The Tigers had tied the Reds, and this crowd of over 36,000 cheered, knowing that if the Pirates get 3 more outs, and should the Tigers overcome what had been a deficit and beat Detroit, the Pirates would be just 1 game back in the Central. What a pick there. Moustakas acted like that was nothing. Great play. And to the 9th, Pirates need 3 outs, 4-2 Buccos.
Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture. For the best deal on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, shop Levin's. Let's go Buck!
36,069 on hand for game one of this three-game series, Interleague Baseball in Pittsburgh. And Joel Hanrahan, who had his streak of 10 straight saves, snapped last night, ended up getting the win. His teammates picked him up. He looks to save this one for Bedard. He faces Hosmer, Escobar, Quintero. 6, 7, 8 in the order. And with a 2-run lead now. Ryan Ludwig last night led off the bottom of the ninth inning with another upper deck home run. Tied the game at 4. The Bucks beat Aroldis Chapman in the 10th, and they're starting to rev it up here.
And not that it's a guarantee, but it's not all bad to have your closer come in toward the bottom part of the batting order. Again, no lock, but you had your druthers. You'd rather be down here in the 6, 7, 8 spot.
Nine saves, a win in his last 11 games.
Culper says no.
Yes, this time.
Well, it had to be. Honest Abe had to get that call.
Three and two. Hard to center field. McCutchen back with room. 1 out.
Yep, don't want any base runners.
Here's Alcides Escobar, 0 for 3. Bedard went 7, gave up a couple of runs on 5 hits. Grilly 1, 2, 3, 8. And now the Hammer tries to nail it down and get the Pirates to 3 games over 500, their 30th win. Oh, 0-1. Should be an easy second out. Robin Teak, Paul and Teak will have the post-game show coming up. Paul Alexander, Kent Tekulve to talk about it. 1 out away from their 30th win, and at the very least to remain only 2 back in the National League Central. A 16th save would get Hanrahan to within 1 of the league leader, Craig Kimbrell. Clint Robinson makes his major league debut. The pinch hitter takes strike 1.
This is the phenom that the Kansas City Royals had at AAA, but a year ago, I think, 2010, a year and a half ago, won the Triple Crown at AA.
0-2. They're all on their feet now.
Let's join them.
Raise the Jolly Roger.
1, 2, 3. That is a very solid, workmanlike win for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They got the lead early. They didn't let go of it.
Hanrahan gets that 16th save. Comes right back after the disappointment from last night and retires them 1-2-3. Bedard, the 7 strong innings, and the Pirates keep rolling.
Yeah, not certainly as much drama as last night, but this is